I forgot to put it on the drawing. Do you know this goodwill thing that you have between architects and builders?
No.
Can we move it in?
You're talking about moving that door
You see
in.
the stud partition?
Yeah.
That's on this side that we're looking at now.
That I fitted this morning.
That you fitted this morning.
Right. Am I going too fast for you, Dermot?
A little bit. It's a really, really quick turnaround in this project, and it's really nice because you see the end result fairly quickly, so it's only a matter of weeks away. On the flip side of that means I'm under pressure because I have to start giving them details right away.
Dermot, it can be very difficult to contact sometimes to get information out of him to progress with the job. Are you serious? That has to move.
Martina asked me to do it and I forgot to do it on the drawings.
I only put it up this morning. It was on the plans, made exactly to the plans, and it's got to move.
1 week into the build, Paudie and Martina's raised ceiling is under construction at an extra cost of €1,400. The narrow extension is also getting some long overdue insulation.
It's a multi-file insulation. It's actually 16 layers. It's very thin. We should actually be gaining an inch on each wall.
Which will make a big difference in here.
Well, for the size of the room, yes.
Yeah.
As it turns out, cold walls weren't the only problem caused by the extension. Ian has discovered something far more serious on the rear supporting wall of the house.
This house was actually shuttered. It wasn't blocked.
Yeah.
So when they put the extension on the back here, all they've actually done is cut a hole in the back of the house. And they haven't supported it. So it's ended up cracking here, which it's not going to collapse, but it needs addressing. They just basically knocked a hole through and left it there, yeah.
And there's no lintel, no nothing went in there?
Absolutely nothing. We only discovered yesterday when we stripped back the plasterboard.
We discovered a crack in the old part of the house.
Oh, right. That's why that thing is up there.
That's why the props are up there. If you look here, these houses were made out of concrete, okay?
Yeah.
So what it was, they got 2 sheets of timber and they poured the concrete down the middle. This wall is also moving as well. You can move this wall here. They just literally just rammed in a few blocks there.
Oh, serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoever built this extension just literally cut a hole.
Oh,
Like you can see there's no steel, there's nothing holding up that.
oh no. This isn't going to be cheap.
With a potentially serious structural problem on his hands, Dermot moves quickly to get an engineer on site. The schedule and the cost of this build could change overnight.
What's actually happening to the wall is arching over that. I'd be a bit more worried about the pier there. It's actually come loose there. It hasn't been properly stitched into the original building.
Tegral Through-Tone Plus slates with a 20-year colour guarantee. Be proud of what you build.
Architect Dermot Bannon is renovating an ex-corporation house in Donneycarney, North Dublin. Having agreed a budget of €36,000, a crack has appeared in the rear supporting wall that could cost Martina and Paudie a lot more.
Well, when you hear there's a crack in it, you think, you see those programmes where they have to put in the steel girder and it's going to cost 10,000, and I heard the word subsidence, and things are ugly when you hear the word subsidence.
It was a bit of a worry actually to see the wall actually moving.
The easiest solution is to put a metal strap across there, bolts into the existing wall, and I suppose effectively form a lintel on the outside of the wall. Just have a strap.
The steel beam needed to support the rear wall will cost another €1,500.
It was broken to us pretty gently, and as it turns out, it doesn't cost a huge amount of money.
I suppose it's significant in Martina and Paudie's budget, whereas it mightn't be in a €200,000 budget. It is in theirs.
So it's like when you're from country and coming up to Dublin, you might as well kind of get involved in the scene in Dublin, and the best thing is to join kind of the local clubs in the area. You know, I suppose a lot of people come up to Dublin and just, you know, go back down every weekend, like, and you're never really going to kind of get the feel of the place, like. So I think it's very important as well, and it keeps you young as well, you know, when you're playing up against 17, 18, 19-year-olds trying to keep up to them.
It probably keeps it up well with the bibs, you know, and trying, you might actually get a jersey at the weekend.
He's sound, you know what I mean? In the midfield, he glides around, you know, just glides around. He's always the tell him pass, you know.
But there's room to improve.
With a week to go, the dreary extension is finally beginning to open up. Inside, work on the newly insulated walls is almost complete, which means the build is still on schedule.
Well, what do you think?
change, isn't it?
Yeah, it's some job, isn't it?
They seem really, really happy, and they're just delighted that they're getting a whole house now instead of living in half a